Hey everybody, Mac here, and what we have today is something a little bit different for the channel, and yes, that does seem to be a theme going through this month. What we have is Star Wars The Black Series, The Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano figure. But Mac, you had given up on Star Wars. You haven't purchased anything for Star Wars in a while. You even gave up on May the 4th be with you, and you are absolutely right, dear viewer. However, there are some Black Series figures that I do have. I just haven't talked about them a lot. Most of them are original trilogy figures. Luke, Vader, Obi-Wan, Han, not necessarily the 40th anniversary figures that just came out, just older figures that they had produced. And that was pretty much what I focused on, was just the original trilogy with a few things here and there. As a matter of fact, there's a new Boba Fett figure that's out for the Black Series that it's a really metallic green looking armored figure. It looks really good, really unique. I'm thinking of getting that one too. But when I saw this one for Ahsoka, I knew I wanted to pick this up because outside of the original trilogy, she is one of my favorite characters. And like most people, I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. Ahsoka is a lot of people's favorite characters. And also, like most people, I couldn't stand her when she first surfaced in the Clone Wars. She was whiny, she was spoiled, wasn't a big fan of the character. But as they grew her personality, as they grew her in age, she started to become a really standout character for the show. And now she's going to be in The Mandalorian. She was in Rebels. And when I saw this figure, I really liked it. I really liked the look. I really liked the detail. I really wanted to get it. Now, this is a Walmart exclusive. However, I didn't get it at Walmart. I got it at a little place called Grey Dog Comics and Toys. Now, I did get this third party, and I am a big opponent of scalpers. This was not, I don't consider this a scalped item. It's not like they bought this at Target. I'm sorry, not Target. It's not like they bought this at Walmart and then marked it up and sold it to me for like $100, $120. They marked it up a reasonable amount of money that they would have to at retail. So I actually got this at a very, very good price. Walmart was sold out. They don't have them anymore. Grey Dog here had this one at a great price, so I picked it up. Grey Dog Comics and Toys, by the way, in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. So if you're in the Pittsburgh or Latrobe area, take a look at them, check them out. They have a lot of really good stuff down there, and I'll actually put a link to their Facebook page in the description below. I got this figure there, and I got another one that we'll be taking a look at tomorrow, meaning Sunday, for a 2 action figure weekend. Now, back to Ahsoka. What we see here is a little bit of a different variation on the standard Black Series packaging, how it has this sloped side over here, where we have some really good artwork of Ahsoka. Opened up window over here, just says Star Wars The Black Series. Window open up top so that light can come down and you can display the figure in the box and you get enough light in there to see. On the back, we have that same piece of art over here, and we have a little bit of a write-up on Ahsoka Tano, Togruta, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Ahsoka Tano, a Togruta female, was the Padawan learner to Anakin Skywalker in Hero of the Clone Wars. Alongside Anakin, she grew from headstrong student into a mature leader. And this was number 2 in this Clone Wars series. I don't know what number 1 was. This is the only figure I bothered to take a look at. So, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, and we have Ahsoka in the box, let's get her out of the box, and we will take a look at Star Wars The Black Series, Ahsoka Tano, The Clone Wars. Alright friends, here she is, Ahsoka Tano out of the box, and as always with the action figures, the first thing we're going to do is see how she measures up. So if we take the tape measure, and we put it to her, we see that she comes in at pretty much approximately dead, well, yeah. She is almost dead on 6 inches with the tips of her hair piece. Right to the tips, she's about 6 inches tall. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at her articulation. And it is pretty much what you expect out of a Hasbro figure at this point. She's very stiff in some of her joints, and you'll see that as we get to this. But her head does do a full 360. However, once again, her hair piece, her hair thing, tentacles, tend to get in the way if you try and do a full twist. It's on a ball joint, so she does have some up and down. Not a lot, because once again, these get in the way. Her arms Not only do they come all the way out to the side, but they can even go up a little bit. Let's move her back a little. She has a full 360 on the shoulder. Single jointed elbow, but she has great travel in it. Swivels at the wrist. There is a pivot, but this is one of the things that's really stiff. And I think I just need to break that in a little bit because both of them, yeah. She does have there and twist. It's funny because this one is designed to go in and out, and this one goes up and down. So you have two different wrists with two different styles of movement. She has an ab crunch with a bit of a torso with a bit of a twist to it. She can do a full turnaround. No waist twist. Legs won't do the splits. That's as far out as they'll go. Go that far forward. They can come all the way back. She does have double jointed knees with great travel in them there. And ankle pivot, but really no, well, yeah, there is a rocker, a side-to-side rocker. So that's her for the articulation. And like I said, articulation for her is about what you've come to expect from Hasbro figures in general, not just, oh wait, there is a thigh swivel. Okay, there's a thigh swivel here, but there's no boot cut. It's about what you come to expect from Hasbro figures in general, not just Star Wars series. She only comes with 2 accessories, but what else would you give her? She comes with her lightsabers. One long, one short. And anybody who's not familiar with Star Wars Black Series lightsabers, what I like is that you can pull them apart so she can just have her hilts. Also, she has these little peg holes here. Let's bring this forward a little bit. She has these peg holes here on her hips, and her saber hilts have these pegs on the sides that, because mine is new, it's a little stiff, it's hard to get them in right now, that will loosen up in time, but the idea is that you can pop them in. There you go. You can pop them in, and her sabers will hang off of her hilt, or off of her hip, rather. So you have a couple of different options with posing her with her lightsabers that I like. I like being able to take the blade out. I like being able to holster them on her. Her hand grips are very small, as you can see here. One thing that I was concerned about was the lightsaber hilts are big, her hand grip is small, but her fingers are very flexible. That you see, you can open them up, and then they'll reform around her saber hilt. The only thing that I'm worried about with that is that eventually her grip on them will start to get loose. Ahsoka, her sculpt, I have not seen the final season of the Clone Wars yet. I don't have Disney Plus. I saw the entire series up until the first ending. I haven't seen the final season yet that just came out. So I am assuming this is the look for Ahsoka in the new series. She's definitely much older than when the Clone Wars started, but she's not as old as when she was in Rebels. At least I don't feel like she is. Her face sculpt, here, let me lift this a little and then bring her up. Her face sculpt for this figure is fantastic. I love how she has a little bit of that quirkiness to her. Sort of like a lopsided look. I really like that. I think they did a fantastic job on the face sculpt. I think they did a fantastic job on the paint app. I don't really think that mine has many flaws to it when I was taking a look at it. So I'm real happy with this figure. Just like any Hasbro figure, Hasbro Legends, G.I. Joe, Star Wars Black Series, she has a lot of dynamic movement, a lot of dynamic articulation, a lot of posing possibilities. She's going to look great on the shelf next to the rest of your figures, whether you have Star Wars figures or not. She'll look great next to Hasbro Legends. She'll look great next to G.I. Joe. She'll look great next to Fortnite, Overwatch, anything you have. Take her out of Star Wars, and she is still a really good, really solid-looking figure. So that's what I have for you today. Like I said, tomorrow, Sunday, we'll be taking a look at another action figure that I picked up at Grey Dog. Whoops, sorry, Ahsoka. That I picked up at Grey Dog. got it at a really good price, and it's one that I had been looking for, and I had pretty much given up on being able to find it because there weren't many of them. It just didn't seem like there were many of them left around. And then the beginning of next week on Monday, we will have part 2 of 123 Sesame Street, taking a look at the minifigs, and then we will have a Wonder Wednesday for Wonder Woman on, Wednesday. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of break for Thanksgiving. And then we'll be back again the first week of December with Christmas. Something else, I have recently joined a small circle of smaller YouTube channels called the Main Event Collectors. If you go to my homepage, you should see a Main Event bar on the homepage with links to a couple of the other channels. I think it's 4, with links to 4 of the other channels that are in this group. We're a bunch of smaller YouTube channels, all focused on toy collecting, toy reviews, things like that. Stuff that if you're watching this video, it's things that you would most likely enjoy. And I will also be linking a relevant video from one of the other channels in the end screen from this point forward. Just something that we're trying to do to help generate circulation between our channels and help us increase our subscriber base. So if you like this, if you watch my videos, please take a look at some of the other ones. You might find something that you like. Take a look at some of their videos. Maybe subscribe to a few other channels. And that's all I have for you today. So, until tomorrow, play well, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.